again, like I said in the speech, first of all, it's an honor to be here. When I decided to just retire as an Eagle, I thought it was only fitting to be here last year with Brian Dawkins and what they were able to do with Dalton. It was one that I think that was a shoot, and for me, it was it wasn't anything that I was expecting. But when the decision was made, I mean, what can you say? Again, like I talked about, these pictures that you see here in the auditorium are pictures of which you know the Philadelphia Eagles with Reggie, Todd McDonald, Chuck McNabb. These guys reflect on who a Philadelphia Eagle football player really is. To have your name mentioned in the likes of those guys is truly an honor.
Donovan, Derek Gunn, Comcast Sportsnet. In some ways, do you think your career was over-criticized and underappreciated?
Well, as a quarterback, you get criticized no matter what you do anyway. If you win, you didn't throw enough completions. If you lose, it was your fault. That's what you take on. That's the job you take. And I love that every bit of it. It never bothered me if I get criticized. It never affected anything that I did out on the field. And one thing that I tried to display to my teammates was that it didn't affect me. That I was going to continue to work harder, no matter if we won or lose. So, over-criticized, I don't look at it that way. Most of the people across the country do. But one thing I will say, playing here in Philadelphia, as a quarterback, you get measured by your wins and losses. And we sure won a lot around here.
Donovan, you received a nice ovation yesterday when you were introduced prior to the practice. You've had kind of a mixed relationship with Eagles fans here. How do you look back upon that relationship?
I look at a relationship just like marriage. You have some great times, you have some tough times. Hey, one thing's for sure, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I told the fans that I would bring a championship here. My goal was to have that parade down Broad Street. Now, the Phillies did it first, and then they did it, but, I apologize to the fans because that was my goal. I felt like I let them down. And so, the thing for me is, I don't regret anything that happened throughout my career. For the fans, they truly appreciate the effort that I gave and what I gave them out on the field. It's about the product.
Donovan, you expressed some hurt when you were traded to Washington. Where are you now in the healing process with that, and how much does this help the retirement of your number?
Well, at times you go through tough times. If you get traded, or if you get cut, or they just don't resign you, it happens. That's sports. But that's not one that I kind of blow past and don't forget. I mean, it took time, but I was able to get through it. And hey, we all have a job to do. If it's here, if it's anywhere else. I wanted to retire here, and that's what I'm doing today. But with situations in this league, you just never know.
In watching that film, Donovan, which highlight most resonated with you?
Holding up the NFC Championship, holding that trophy up. That was something that we fought for a couple times. And, that brings back memories of the effort you put in. There were times we spent, guys came out to Arizona, we spent a week or two. Guys, we spent time here in Philadelphia. We went out to dinner together, invited each other to each other's houses. It was the bond that we built from '99 on, and it felt like it was weight off of all of our shoulders to finally get it done. And that right there just brought a tear to me because I haven't watched that game nor the Super Bowl since. And to see that highlight again brings that special memory.
Donovan, you talked